This is Vish Loud!
Guys, let's give it up for Scott again, please, our lovely MC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lewisham, right? New Cross. New Cross. It's New Cross or Lewisham? New
Both.
Cross, right. Don't fuck about. New Cross. I don't come south very much, so when I heard New Cross, I was like, what the fuck is that place? I thought New Cross is probably the kind of place that the craze lived for like 2 months, but you still talk about it. Yeah, thought of that on the way. Anyone got any siblings? You got any siblings? You got any siblings? How many siblings do you have? Yeah, you. One. Older or younger? Younger. Who's the best? Oh, fucking hell! If you couldn't see that, her boyfriend just commented. I don't know. Huh? He could be your friend. No, because someone said something about a wife or a boyfriend in that. Fuck it. Sorry about that. I'm panicking and I'm sweating. Yeah, my dad recently told me I was the worst out of my brothers. Well, I say he told me. He sort of slowly implied it over a course of 30 years. And he met my girlfriend for the first time last week, and. He's a big film buff, so he likes to compare things to films. And he was like, oh yeah, like my sons are like the oldest is like The Godfather 1, right, the greatest film ever made, the standard that all other films should be held to. And the middle one's The Godfather 2, not as good, but very strong within its own right. And the third one's like The Mighty Ducks 3. Questionable as to whether he's related to the other two. And maybe only made for tax reasons. But yeah, me and my girlfriend recently hit 6 months. Yeah, we dropped the L bomb. Yeah, no one ever gives a fuck about that. She said, oh, I don't know what that means, but yeah. So being in love is great, because it's the first time it's happened for me, and I love that you can you get to that point where you can kind of say, say all those things that you've been scared to say for throughout the relationship, and you can kind of be really honest with each other. For me, it was like, I could really see a future with you, and maybe we could have kids one day. For her, it was just, I hate every item of clothing that you own. And I really should have seen the signs at Christmas, because when it came to Christmas, much like Jenny, she was like, I just want a silk pair of, some silk pajamas. Some really nice pajamas, and I was like, perfect gift for that amount of time, right? I'm not going to be creepy and get her something weird, just silk pajamas, cool. She just got me an entirely new personality. And what I'm realising now is that her type is either someone who went to the cadets at school and doesn't stop talking about it. Or Johnny Depp if he was laid off from Twitter recently. But yeah, it is a really good relationship, and another thing that I really love about her is we've got to that point where we do you guys do this? Is anyone in any couples here? Any couples? Yeah. Fucking hell, yes. She's just dumped me after you called me her boyfriend. You guys, you're in a couple? Yeah. Oh, you guys are in a couple. Did you guys do that thing? Did you guys do that thing where you give each other when you're first dating and you're talking about the other person in the group chat, you give them a nickname? Does anyone do it? You guys don't do this? Okay. Yeah, he's nodding. Thank fuck for that, because this wouldn't work. Okay, he is your boyfriend. You're hugging him. You made me sweat through this t-shirt for nothing. So we do his nicknames, right? And the thing is, I think guys the way that guys do nicknames, I think at best can be called unimaginative, right? Because my girlfriend's called Paris, and the nickname for her was PSG. If you don't know what that means, it means I'm a fucking lad who likes football. Her nickname for me, because girls' nicknames are ultimately just harrowingly brutal. Her nickname for me was Eye-Gunk. Later shortened to Gunky. And then lengthened to Darily Gunker. And I've got a lot of female friends because I'm a feminist. I've got a lot of female friends, and what the biggest problem that I have with it is it really shows a lack of foresight as to where this relationship's going to go. Because I'm going to a wedding where the guy is getting married. For the first 3 months that I knew him, he was called Chlamydia Scare. Yeah, I've got a bit of time. So I have a really good relationship with my mum, actually. She recently found out what glow-ups are. Do you guys know what glow-ups are? Yeah, he's aggressively nodding. Definitely had one. Oh, God. Yeah, so she's because for anyone who doesn't know, glow-ups are basically like an excuse to make fun of someone who is ugly when they were younger. And my mum, I explained this to my mum, and she said, "Oh yeah, kind of like how you really came into your own once your teeth stopped growing independently of each other." But we do have a good relationship. We mostly communicate through emails, which is nice. But I actually want to play a bit of a game with you guys. So you can just shout out the answer when you hear it. Like it's all good. So shout as loud as you can. The game is: was it a targeted ad, or did my mum send it to me in an email? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, what's the first one? Yeah, the first one is racism in the erotica industry, a swelling problem. That was mum. Yeah. Went to her house, on the bookshelf, it was a story about a barista and her manager. Called Starfucks. Okay, that one took a bit of time. Okay, yeah. The next one is 50% off full body laser hair removal treatment. Okay, yeah, okay, it was mum, but fucking hell. After a lovely holiday in Tenerife. Great. Okay, last one, you should get this one really easily. It was a Vice article that was titled, "Why It's Okay to Regret Having Children." Fuck you, that was an Guys, you've been amazing. I've been Vish South. Thank you very much.